everybody? Welcome to Wild Boy Movies, the place to talk movies. And we're going to be continuing on with my version of the Multiverse Saga, where we're going to be showing you guys what my version of Phase 6 of the MCU would look like. This is part 6 in a 10-part series. If you haven't checked out last week's episode where I give you guys my version of Phase 5, you can check that out in the playlist I made for creating my own MCU. But be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your favorite project from my version of Phase 6. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so this phase is going to consist with a total of 12 movies, and it's going to start off with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now this movie is going to be very similar to the one that we got in real life with some changes. For one, the motivation on why Scarlet Witch wants to go after America Chavez is because during the 5-year blip, her children sadly died, and wants to go to a universe where she can be with her children. We will also be seeing more different universes, and we will spend at least 5 minutes in each of those universes. There will also be more horror elements in this movie, with it being a more gothic horror film, with it also pushing the boundaries of the PG-13 rating. And in the post-credit scene, instead of Clea, it will be Blade recruiting Doctor Strange to the Midnight Suns. Other than that, everything else that happened in Multiverse of Madness in the real-life movie will still happen in this version. The next movie that will be released will be Thor: Love and Thunder. This movie is going to be the same movie that we got, but with major changes. One of those being toning down some of the humorous elements and taking some of the more serious subject matter more seriously. Like, this movie's still going to adapt the Mighty Thor storyline, it's just going to take itself a lot more seriously, but still have some humorous elements in there. And Gore will still be the main villain of this movie, but he will be treated more as a serious threat, and we will be getting a montage of Gore slaughtering some gods. Other than that, it will be the same movie that we got. After that, we will be getting Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Now, for the sake of this MCU, T'Challa will not be killed off. And we will also explore more of the culture of Wakanda and the aftermath from Killmonger, while also Wakanda having to go to war with Namor and Atlantis, with Namor being the main villain. Essentially the version of Black Panther 2 that we could have gotten if Chadwick Boseman was still alive. Following Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, the next movie will be Fantastic Four: Future Foundation. Now, as the title suggests, this movie will be introducing the Future Foundation into the MCU, with the company being a way to solve world problems. The main villain of this movie will be Mole Man, and the movie will end with the reveal that the Future Foundation is actually the early version of the Illuminati, with a post-credit scene teasing that Galactus is coming to Earth. After that will be Moon Knight. This will basically be a film version of the TV series that we got, however with an R rating attached to it, as it will be bloody and gory. We will follow Stephen Grant as he comes in contact with his alternate self, Mark Spector, and with the Egyptian god Khonshu, become Moon Knight to stop Arthur Harrow, with a tease of a third alternate personality, Jake Lockley. And the movie will end with once again Blade recruiting Moon Knight to the Midnight Suns. The next movie to be released will be She-Hulk. This movie will deal with lawyer Jennifer Walters becoming the She-Hulk thanks to a blood transfusion that she needed from her cousin Bruce Banner. Daredevil will make a cameo in this movie and will be similar to how he was done in the actual She-Hulk TV series. and intelligentsia will be the main villains of this movie. However, instead of being a bunch of man-babies, it will be an organization led by the leader to get rid of all Hulks once and for all. But overall, She-Hulk is gonna be this lawyer procedural superhero movie that sets up a broader threat to the MCU. Oh, and yeah, She-Hulk will break the fourth wall in this movie. Following She-Hulk's release will be X-Men Apocalypse. This movie will tell the story of the X-Men versus the world's oldest mutant, Apocalypse, as he assembles his 4 horsemen so he can destroy the world. And Magneto will return as one of the 4 horsemen of Apocalypse. The X-Men go into battle so that they can save the world, and there will also be a fight between Charles Xavier and Apocalypse, and there will be an awesome Wolverine action sequence. The film will end with Charles Xavier retiring from the X-Men and making Scott Summers the official leader of the X-Men, and will feature a post-credit scene with Bolivar Trask teasing the Sentinel program. After X-Men Apocalypse, we will be getting the long-awaited sequel, The Wolverine 2. This movie will follow a similar premise to the real-life The Wolverine that we got, and where Wolverine will be going on a solo mission in Japan to fight an adamantium samurai. And throughout the film, Logan will have some visions of the future where it's post-apocalyptic, run by the Sentinels. And just like the first Wolverine movie, this one will also be rated R. After the Wolverine 2, we will be getting Captain America Brave New World. Now since this movie hasn't been released, I'm gonna make my own plot for the movie, in where Sam Wilson's Captain America is sent down to the US presidential White House because of rumors of possible US government corruption. Which will be true because the leader and intelligentsia will be trying to expose President Ross, who has been keeping his Red Hulk side hidden, which will lead to Sidewinder hunting down Ross. And there will be a fight between Captain America and Red Hulk towards the end of the movie, and Sam will ultimately stop the leader and intelligentsia, but not before Ross is forced to resign as president, which leads to Ross resenting Sam Wilson. The next movie to be released will be an experimental film for the MCU, What If? This will be an animated anthology film of The Watcher, showing us different Marvel universes. Like what if Tony Stark was stranded in Sakaar, what if Marvel Zombies, or what if Peggy Carter got the super soldier serum. Just to list some of them that would be featured in this film. And the film will end with the Watcher warning us that the universe that we've been following is headed down a dark path. And we will be returning to the main MCU universe that we've been following for 6 phases with Thunderbolts. This film will feature a group of ragtag characters in the MCU assembled by Val to go on a mission, and will essentially be Marvel's version of Suicide Squad. Yelena Belova will be the team's leader, and the film will introduce Sentry into the cinematic universe. The film will end with the team deciding to stay together to go on more government-related missions. And finally, to close off Phase 6 will be Werewolf by Night. This movie will essentially be a feature-length version of the special presentation that we got, and will follow Jack Russell as he becomes the titular Werewolf by Night. This film will have an R rating attached to it and will feature lots of blood and gore even though it is in black and white, but will still be the same special that we got in real life. And that was my version of Phase 6 of the MCU. There are a lot of interesting projects that I thought I made some pretty good plots for that would work so well in terms of the real life projects that we got, like She-Hulk and Captain America Brave New World. But be sure to stay tuned on my channel because next week I will be posting my version of Phase 7 of the MCU. But until then, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your thoughts on my version of Phase 6. And have a great day.